Aloha worlds and welcome to another episode of The Queer and the Queen. I'm Jacoby, act like you know me, Jones. And today, once again, I have the beautiful Miss Nice Nasty and the beautiful Ms.Tilly. Let me tell you this before we get too far. I love the blonde hair, bitch. Good job.
Yes.
I love it. Kudos to you. Now, before we get too far in this video, please make sure you drop down in the description box and ding on those notifications so you know when we post more videos and hit that subscribe button. First topic of the day. Kim Kardashian starred in SNL last night. She did a beautiful monologue and she had a couple video clips or segments that she was call it on the episode. Did you guys see it?
Let me just say her monologue was more likable. Like, I loved her so much more after hearing that monologue because she was so funny and there was some humor up in there, and I loved it because I was like, Kim.
I know.
Okay,
it was my favorite part.
Okay.
I loved it because she went there. She was like, there. I'm like, make fun of us. I'm okay with it. I'll say, like, she talked about Kim. I mean, she talked about Caitlyn. She talked about her mom's boyfriend being a gold digger. When that part went by, I was just like, damn, you went there, girl. You went there.
Gag.
So I loved it. Her monologue was my favorite part too. Honestly, get this out the way. The rest of it was just kind of dry to me. Like, it was cute. I was like, I'm happy that she looks like she's having fun, but the rest of it was just like, But the monologue was great.
Hold up. Let me defend Kim real quick because did you see when it was the four women going to the club?
That was funny.
Like older women.
That was funny. Did
Kim
you think it was funny?
Sickening.
Miss Nice Nasty, was that funny?
Did you see it?
So she didn't like it. That's a no.
Well,
so you didn't like it, Miss Nice Nasty?
I take back what I said the other day when I said I would prefer to see 50 Cent and Kim Kardashian in a romantic comedy.
Wow.
I take it back.
I will agree with you. Her acting was bad.
I was not.
She's not an actress.
We know clearly.
Clearly.
The acting was bad.
Like Dave Chappelle said, Daphne bombed. That's what I think. Like about like the.
I'm there with you. I'm there with you on that. Now the monologue was good though.
So did she write the monologue or did someone write it for her? And she read exactly. So how much talent did she put into it?
I didn't say she had talent. I did not say.
No, he didn't. But even if somebody wrote it for her, she still delivered. Honey, delivering is her talent. Is she's a businesswoman? Fabulous.
I will say she delivered in the monologue.
Let me
the
tell you
monologue
what
was good.
Let me say this real quick. Okay, let me say this real quick. This is the thing.
Go ahead.
The punchlines in the monologue, they were spot on. They're funny. Yes, she went there, but still, the delivery I was not excited about. Basically, that was a brown paper wrapping a present. Basically, it wasn't. Nothing that was fancy about the wrapping was just her. That's my opinion.
You know what? Because I did peep when she was telling the monologue. She was like swaying, like, okay, here's the next one. Okay, I got this. It wasn't like when she's not a comedian.
It wasn't effortless, in my opinion. It wasn't fluid. It wasn't. But to
be fair, it's not her thing. She was just having fun.
I think she did great. And listen, Kim doesn't dance.
I think she did good.
If you see the show, she doesn't dance. On one of those clips, she was dancing, she was rapping. I was like, "Who is this?" Like, I loved her so much more. And
wait a minute now. Hold on now. No.
Let me tell you what.
You saying rapping like she wrote some bars or something. She was reading off a cue card and she didn't do that great. I do think that I think the experience was fun for her and the monologue was good. But the rest of it was just like, you're a fan, so you're kind of biased here.
See that her fans didn't drink the Kool-Aid like in Jamestown and down in Guyana, that all the people drank the Kool-Aid and died, honey. That is all I do not know. That is a cult response.
Kanye West just came out in the news that Donda is the name of his new album, and he is starting a Donda Academy in school.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw this. I know I asked you guys to check into it, but I feel this is extremely cultish. I went to the website I looked to see what they were about. Their whole mission is to integrate and to come together as a society, building leaders, thinkers, and innovators with world-class education and care to provide sustainability for the planet and problem solving. At the end of it, and all faith-based. All this is giving me is cult. What do you think?
Well, you lost me. You lost me at faith. I was gonna say something nice, but red flag. Not my thing. Probably not gonna work. But if it's with positivity and like just to open people's mind, I'm for it. But faith based.
I will say this. I'm optimistic.
Hold on, wait. I'm sorry to cut you off, Miss Nice Nasty, but let me say something to what you just said.
Yeah.
Faith is totally different from religion. You know, you get that though, right, Miss Tilly?
Is it faith?
Yeah, because I can have faith that the doorknob is going to turn when I try to open the door. It's just belief in anything, faith. But religion is a whole nother conversation. And he didn't say religion based. He said faith based. So what he could be saying is that for the individual to believe in themselves. I see you want to say something, Miss Nice Nasty.
If it's that, I'm okay. If it is that.
What I want to say is that if Kanye is writing the curriculum, if he's directing every single thing, I'm concerned, right? But yes, it is his school, his foundation, and I'm sure he's going to hire people that are going to deliver the message I hope that he wants to deliver, not necessarily in the manic stages, but as far as actually letting it be purposeful. I don't see Kanye being the one to write the curriculum for these schools or what I'm sorry, what kind of school is it? What is the purpose of it? I'm sorry.
The purpose of the school is to efficiently integrate and to create the new world leaders, thinkers, and innovators to provide them with world-class education and care to provide a new world with sustainability and problem solving.
Let me scratch that. I'm going to take back everything I just said. Number one, wait a minute. No, scratch that. I want to know, what grade is this school, right? Like, I'm not understanding it quite. Like,
it was very vague. It was very vague.
Like, is it kindergarten all the way to college? Is it only junior high kids?
I believe
is it
it'll
high
be
school?
What I foresee is going to be kindergarten to high school, to the 4th to 12th grade, and basically he's just trying to build a school to create more hymns. This is a straight narcissistic cult move, if you ask me.
Did you say that when Oprah built her school in Africa?
I did not say that when Oprah built her school in Africa, but that was different. That was completely different. Oprah's school in Africa. Oprah's school in Africa. And I actually, a lot of people gave Oprah slack because she didn't build a school in America. I was happy that she went to another country. And I'm happy that it's a girls' school because Oprah's point is that women, especially Black women, have it way worse to climb that ladder of success. And one of the number one tools to get there is the education of any form, knowledge and know-how and wherewithal. And that's what she's just trying to do. Now, Kanye, I think, is trying to do those things, but he is the one who was just like, I got all the answers. Now, I would be interested in knowing if, like you said, he's writing the curriculum or not, or if he's hiring a team of people to. I'm sure he's gonna have to approve the curriculum at the end of the day, though.
Well, this is the thing, though, is that I think schools in different states are where they still have to meet the guidelines, I think, in order to like be a school, right? They still have to show, I think, what their curriculum is, right?
Right. So I think, because we used to have these things growing up that were called something else. They were charter schools.
Yes.
And they could do whatever they wanted to do.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could do whatever they wanted to. Now, I will also say Jada Pinkett and Will Smith built a school, and it was not a large group of people that went there, but a few celebrities sent there. This was back in the day when they were accusing them of being Scientologists, and they really weren't. But they built their own school because they wanted to have their children to have a certain, understanding and education and kind of, I guess, curriculum. But Kanye is not just trying to do this for his children, to give his children his own. He's trying to spread his narcissistic off the rockerness to the rest of the world. You know what I mean?
I think I have to know more about the school first, honestly, before I say that. I am concerned. But what else hasn't Kanye done that has benefited? Like, I believe he is a philanthropist in a way, that he does do a lot for the music community, for minorities, even Kim Kardashian. All fun and jokes aside, that she's done a lot of things with the Justice Project and stuff like that for those wrongly accused. So I really believe I have to know more about the school, what kind of school it is, what is the grade, like there's more information.
Right.
It's just so
right. And what I will say,
He's a Black man, a businessman, and I want him to be successful.
Right. What I will say too is that I do know and can see Kanye is extremely futuristic. Like he's from another planet. Sometimes it feels like, you know what I mean? Like I get that he is he's beyond the grade, kind of like how Prince was before his time in a sense or something like that. I get that and he sees the path. I love that he used the word sustainability. You know what I mean? There is a there's a kumbaya that I wish we lived in, where the world did all the right things and used the resources and didn't pollute the planet, and we lived like, plastic didn't exist, and we sustainable and all those economical things. And I think that he sees that, and he thinks that the only way to get there is I'm gonna have to create these humans myself. But then again, it's concerning to me because he is kind of off his rocker at the same time. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. Is this a school that parents are going to have to pay for, or is it going to be funded with donations, or what? Like, what is the logistics of that project?
I did not see that on the website. I did see there was an admissions section, but I did not see anything about how much it was going to cost. And I would hope, like Oprah Winfrey School is free. They select the children, but they pick them from these different villages and different places that don't give education, and it's hard for them to have access to. And I actually really, really hope that that's what he's doing. I really hope that he's doing it.
I really like to know more about it. Yeah.
Same. I hope he's doing the right thing, trying to just have woke people there and tell them the truth, because school didn't teach us shit about the real world.
Right.
Shit. Absolutely. So I hope his is going to be the opposite.
Absolutely.
So let's see.
So in conversation about people who are off their rocker, R. Kelly, who we spoke about in the previous video, his verdict was he was found guilty. His record sales soared up 80% after that for about 4 or 5 days. Are you shocked by that? Is it surprising that people are not separating or putting them together? The fact that listening to his music is putting money in somebody's pocket.
To me, it's just weird that all of those things skyrocketed after, like, oh, this man is going to jail. He did this to this woman. It's like, oh, he did this, so now I'm gonna hear his music. But then it could be just people just searching his name, and then it pops up.
Actually, always happens. This is a concept of the stock market, how the media affects the stock market if they report something negative. So he was in the media that day, so people, because the world thought about him for a moment, everything went up. So I get that. It's just that I saw that happen. It didn't make me want to go listen to his music. You know what I mean?
Me either.
I can't tell you the last time I typed in pedophile musician to listen to any of his music. I cannot tell you the last time. Oh, I'm sorry, R. Kelly. I can't tell you the last time I did that.
Listen, I separate the pedophile from the musician. He is so fucking talented. His music is awesome. So I do separate that. Now, I'm not saying I'm like a super fan and I'm not listening to it. I haven't listened to his music in a minute. But he has some really good fucking songs. But he's a sick bastard.
For the conversation of music, Adele released a snippet of her new song yesterday. Did you guys get to hear it?
I did not.
Yeah, I was on live.
Miss Nice.
I was on her live.
Disappointed in you. It was so pretty. I cannot wait for this album to come out.
That's awesome.
Can I say something? Because I'm gonna take all credit. What is it? Credit for this, not credibility. All the credit for this, because I was on live when she played the snippet, and she played a pretty long snippet. I what do you call that? I recorded the whole thing, screen recorded the whole thing, and I posted it immediately. A couple minutes later, the Shade Room posted theirs.
Oh,
I'm not saying that it was me, but I'm saying that it was me. I love her. It sounded so good.
I love her too. I love her too. Yeah. They try to drag her when she wore those Bantu knots like a while ago that people are upset.
Culturally inappropriate. But I mean, I think we all would agree it's just a hairstyle and Black people are tripping. I think, what I think a problem with something like that? I think just like how Dave Chappelle said he was jealous when we talked about that in the previous episode, and he's not transphobic, and most people aren't transphobic. They're just jealous, especially Black men, that y'all issues are being solved and ours still aren't. I think that it's not, if she would have gave any inkling of giving credit to knowing that this was an African-American hairstyle, quote unquote, nobody would have said anything. but it's just that they just want to be acknowledged so damn bad. You know what I mean? They just the culture of the community just wants to be acknowledged for providing, because we've been dismissed in slavery and all those things. Quick question though. I saw something with the Drag Race UK, right? And one of the guests or one of the drag queens on the show said that she was HIV positive, but she takes 3 pills a day to make her undetective, which makes her untransmittable. Now, I've heard people say this to me. Like, I've met guys who are just like, because they would want to have unprotected sex. And they were like, well, I got it, but I'm on the pill, so you can't get it anyway. And I'm just like, beep. Like, I don't, my booty don't work that way. You know what I mean? But do you agree that undetectable means untransmittable? And would you sleep with someone who was HIV positive, even if it was protected?
Well, I'll start off with saying we probably all slept with people who were HIV positive and didn't know. So I'll start there. Do I think that undetectable means that it's a low percentage, I believe. I'm not a master at this. It's a low percentage that it could be transmitted or whatever. But right. I know some stories and I've seen some things.
It's not 100%.
It's not 100%, right? Will I knowingly, like if I know they have it? I don't know. Like, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. That's a fair answer. It's like, that's a fair answer.
Listen, I don't want people to get upset. If you're positive, please do not get upset. But girl, listen, HIV is not a good thing. Let's just keep it real. It's not a good thing. Do I want to catch it? No. So do I want to protect myself as much as I can? Yes. Condoms and all this stuff. Abstinence. Girl.
Christy, what do you think?
Listen here, okay? We could talk about things that are undetectable, but nothing is 100% certainty. And you may be that one case that it's like, oh, this person is undetectable, and then your ass pop up positive or whatever.
Detected. Then you detect it.
Okay, and look. So I will say this is that the most important thing with all of this undetected business is that this drag person you're talking about, they're out there, they're in the open. We know it publicly, right? And they do not disclose that I am not like, like, oh yeah, I'm HIV negative. No, she's not saying that. I'm sorry, I don't know if this person identifies as she or he, but to me, it speaks volumes to already said, look, I am on meds and I am undetectable, but it's up to that other person, that individual, to say if I want to continue to have unprotected sex or not. Because what Ms.Tilly said, a lot of us have had sex with people with HIV, but we were conscious to say, no, we have to use a condom. You know what I mean? So, and then again, honey, you know what I mean? There's things that you do with your mouth. There's things that you do with other parts of your body and things like that. So, yeah, you have to be responsible. I am married. I've been married for 12 years, but there's never a year that I have missed my STD panel, my HIV testing, my syphilis testing, any of that. I still do that on a yearly basis, no matter what. And if there's some other activities in between, I get tested. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Activities.
So in recent news, it was also reported that at a hospital in Spain, they are still diagnosing people with homosexuality as a disease. Now, in 1990, 31 years ago, it was taken off of the medical charts, supposedly globally through the UN and through America here, at least, that could not be classified as a disease or malfunction, right? In Spain,
as a mental thing.
Right. Or just a physical mental disease. Yeah. And in Spain, this hospital recently diagnosed, she was a gynecologist, and the girl went to go talk to her about the feelings that she was having, going to her gynecologist as if her gynecologist was her therapist, or maybe they went to the same church or something. I don't know. And the gynecologist diagnosed her as an illness for being a lesbian. Are you shocked that this is still happening in 2021?
I kind of am.
I definitely am. Because
as a healthcare provider.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
Definitely. Because I'll tell you what, right now, when I'm doing my psychiatric evaluation, I have never, that is just not a diagnosis that is appropriate to use. It's not even in DSM to use it. So I'm not going to. Gender dysphoria, that kind of thing, like when you're doing, anyway, I'm not going to get into all of that. I'm shocked and surprised that is a diagnosis currently homosexuality is, and they need to get with the times, honey. That's all I'm saying about
that. Gynecologist living in 1772. She need to come to Earth.
Now, in the conversation of LGBTQ and gayness, Lil Nas X reported that he does not feel appreciated and respected by his hip hop and rapper peers. Now, two things before we get into what we think about it. It didn't define who he considers his peers, for one. I would imagine it would be people that he works with in his age bracket, maybe. You know what I mean? Other rappers that are coming into this realm of him. You know what I mean? And two, his last album did not give me hip hop at all. So I don't know why he's comparing himself to something of that nature in the first place. But, and then also I thought, why do you need to feel validated by these people? But what do you guys think? I'm gonna start with Miss Nice Nasty because I know she's a super fan.
Oh, you are? Ooh.
I am. I would love for Lil Nas to wake up and acknowledge his greatness, that he's in a category all by himself. So there is no pair with him because he is standalone on his own, in his own box. The other thing I want to say is that other artists do not support, or they are, for example, Lil Boosie, for example, others that have spoken negatively about him, is because I believe that they have insecurities within themselves. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because I believe a straight man who's comfortable with his sexuality, doesn't matter who is around him or whatever the case, he would not be offended, afraid, threatened, about his presence. And something about his gayness make these straight men feel threatened and scared by his presence. So
what about you, Ms.
Listen, we gonna support him no matter what. What he needs to do is focus on the good and fuck the bad. If they don't love you, they don't support you, fuck them. Fuck them. And it's true, they're so insecure, and a lot of them are down low. Honey, I got some stories, but that's for another video. But yeah, just focus on you, girl. Love yourself. And girl, he's a superstar. Right. And the ones that talk shit about him.
To be fair, it was a vague statement as much as I could find about it, but it didn't say, he didn't really clarify how much he was allowing it to affect him. He could just be like, I don't think they respect me, but I don't give a fuck. But it didn't say that. It just said, I just don't feel respected by other rappers in the hip hop industry.
Yeah, and I don't think it affects him because he's a big troll. You know what I mean? Like he trolls them all the time. So I don't know that it does affect him. But then again, too, mental illness.
When you say troll, do you mean like he talking shit on their posts?
No. What I mean troll, I mean he's a big troll that he is they're making fun of him being gay. They're harassing him about the whole pregnancy thing. And he took it, owned it, and he kept on egging it on. He didn't care. He didn't stop.
He'll be gayer.
They're offended now. So let me stop my gayness. He's like, no, here's more gay. And I'm going to sprinkle some unicorn gay. And here I'm going to sprinkle this gay and that gay. And it just kept on, layering it on there. What I'm going to say is that what makes me worried, however, is that he may also be masking his depression, masking his sadness, masking his suicidal ideation, masking the pressures from being attacked. I believe that they do attack him on a daily basis. And I'm hoping he's handling it well. I'm hoping he's handling it well, but I think about Daphne when I think about Lil Nas X, you know what I mean? So
right. You never know. You never know what's going on in someone's life or in their psyche. And you taught me quite a while ago that you never know where someone is mentally that day.
Yeah.
I could be doing great yesterday. I could do great tomorrow. And I might be today. Might not be a motherfucking day.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So spread fucking love. Spread love, motherfuckers.
Well, once again, it's been a lovely conversation. I love talking to you two. We will be back with more of The Queer and the Queen. Drop down in the description box and tell us what you think. Give us your views, your thoughts, and your opinions. Ding on those notifications so you know when we post more. Subscribe to this channel and follow us on all social media platforms. Love yourself. Know that it gets better. And as we always say, don't forget to smile.